I speak for all people out there when I say that I absolutely despise and hate all child molesters and pedophiles. I don't think that's an extremely hot take that's gonna get me canceled on Twitter. #MeToo movement. But honestly, on Twitter, they actually might cancel me for that. There's a lot of weird lolly-loving fucking pedophiles on that site anyway. But despite that, moving past that point, I don't think it's a weird thing for me to say that I hate pedophiles. I do not like predators. I do not like child molesters. I take extreme joy in knowing that child molesters get turned into fucking fleshlights as soon as they enter prison. Don't think that's something that needs to be said. That should be just a set precedent in all people, unless you're Josh Giddey and EDP 445. But moving past that, so in honor of Men's Mental Health Awareness Month, I felt like it's come upon me to talk about an issue that I feel like a lot of other people aren't really talking about. And I think it's a really huge issue that is affecting a lot of young men out there around the world today. And it's the I want to be a victim mentality. For those that don't know what that is, it seems to be a movement among young men that want to be raped, groomed, and touched by older women because it's seen as cool and it's seen as manly and masculine and it boosts your masculinity or something like that. Like it's a shot of testosterone. Like as soon as a 45-year-old woman who works at a library fucking touches your penis, that just makes you grow extra hair on your chest and you grow a beard and all that and you become a lumberjack. I don't really know. All I know is that it is extremely disgusting and deplorable that we as men find it okay for pedophiles to get a pass simply because they have a vagina, simply because they have a set of boobs. That makes no sense at all. Literally none. I hate all pedophiles. This isn't a gender thing. This isn't don't try to make it a gender war thing, because it's not. It's a moral thing. I honestly think that this stigma stems from our older role models that should be doing a better job in teaching us and guiding us to be greater, better men for the future generations. But unfortunately, they're doing a horrible fucking job. A horrible job. I'm pissed. I'm really pissed because in what way has it become okay for men out there to say that they want to be raped, groomed, and touched by someone simply because they are a woman? It makes no sense. If we had a woman say that, we'd be telling them, why the hell do you want to get groomed? Why the hell do you want to get raped by a man? We'd send them to a mental institute. But if a dude says that, all the fathers, all the role models in our society will say, oh, look at that. Good on you, man. These young men are doing so good. That's going to be a great young man, older man in the future. It's disgusting. It straight up is disgusting. I've never once in my life felt that, you know what? I really want to get raped by my English teacher. I've never once had a fantasy where if I was one-on-one with my English teacher, I'd want her to rape me. I'd want her to touch me. I'd want her to victimize me. That is disgusting. I truly feel bad for all those young men out there who truly think that them getting touched and groomed and molested by an older woman can be seen as masculine and manly. I really feel bad for them because I honestly don't blame them for thinking that. I really don't. You know who I do blame? The men in the house. I blame their fathers. I blame their role models for not doing a better job in teaching them what it's like and what is right from wrong. I'm going to show you guys a video that I saw. It is by a creator named Dylan Page. And he's a news content creator on TikTok, and he reports a bunch of crazy things. He made a video recently where he was talking about cougars in the classroom, where a lot of these teachers are coming out recently for having sex with their students. I'm going to show you guys the clip. It is disgusting when you see the comments on that video. I will show you here real quick.
A shocking new report, which is getting so little attention right now, is the sheer amount of female teachers being arrested for doing things with their students, which I can't even say on here. And what's crazy is that there's not even a centralized data collection to track this horrific trend. So when Daily Mail decided to do it themselves, they found that in just the last 12 months, 25 female teachers have been arrested in 16 US states. A leading child psychologist says that he believes there's a rise in cases because of teachers' use of social media, and even some having fans accounts which students can access. And I mean, we had an example of this just 3 weeks ago when this teacher, who posed as a 14-year-old girl on Snapchat and TikTok, is now facing 11 felonies. And prosecutors say there are 5 boys in total aged 13 and 14 who were victims. But then you quickly realize why this is getting so little public outrage when you see the comments on TikTok about this case saying things like, "I need a girl like Alyssa Zinger," "Free Alyssa Zinger," and "Can someone be my Alyssa Zinger?" But if that teacher's name was David Zinger, the comments would look very different. In fact, the data supports this double standard too, because when you look at the prison years that male versus female teachers got from 2013 to 2016 for the exact same thing, men got an average of 9 years while women got an average of 5.
All the comments filled with, "Why couldn't it be me? Lucky them." Dude, I would never tell anyone. Why would they snitch? You see how it is seemed as okay for women to be pedophiles because we as men find it okay and find it manly to be groomed. It is disgusting. It honestly makes me sick to my stomach that we in a society are still allowing pedophiles to be allowed in our society. They're still allowed to integrate and live on. And honestly, they're kind of worshipped. Getting groomed by a woman to young men today is seen as a jackpot, a lottery hit. We worship that. We fantasize getting groomed and raped. It is so bizarre. It is so weird. And for the people that think that it's okay, I know there's going to be a lot of men out there that's going to say, "You know what? What is he talking about? You're wrong on this one. I want to be groomed. I want to be groomed. I want to be raped. I want to be victimized. You need help. And you need serious help, man. You need to desexualize your mind." And the reason why I also believe that a lot of men start to think this is porn. I think porn has, like, so heavily deteriorated and damaged the youth of our generation to a point where we honestly might be cooked. Our generation might be over because everything is so sexualized, man. Everything is seen as a fantasy. You can't go a single scenario without somebody sexualizing it. And there's, unfortunately, a lot of people think that them having sex with their teacher is a dark, twisted fantasy that they just want to live out. They've all seen the porn videos on Pornhub X videos, all those sites. They want to get groomed. It's an unfortunate reality that has touched a lot of men out there, and they're going to actively seek it now. Women pedophiles have never been in a more powerful position in their life than now, and is disgusting. You can see it everywhere. It is seen as a good thing now for a woman to want to touch little kids. It is disgusting. And here's the thing, like, the reason why it makes me so mad is because it dehumanizes and diminishes the real victims, the real men victims that have been groomed, raped, and victimized. Because they're not going to come out with their story thinking that they were actually groomed or raped or victimized. They're going to come out thinking that they're a pussy, that they're weak. "Oh, why are you complaining so much that you got touched by an older woman? You're so lucky." That's what they'll get told now. And it really sucks. I really feel for all the people, all the young men out there that have been raped, have been groomed, have been touched by a woman, older woman, by a pedophile. And it's not, they can't come out with that story. They really can't. Because they're going to be shamed by other men. To all those people watching out there, to all the young men out there that have been groomed, have been raped, have been victimized, you are strong, you are a warrior, you will get through this, and don't be afraid to come out with your story. Don't be afraid. Call those people out. Don't feel like you're gonna get called a bitch or a pussy by these weirdo ass porn addicted men. They're weird and they need mental help. Like, I personally have never been a victim of anything like that, and I'm glad I haven't. And I can't even imagine what it'd feel like if I were to actually be a victim of something like that by an older woman. And I'd have to live in this society as a young man who is scared to come out with this story, scared of telling anyone about it, because other men are gonna tell me that I'm a bitch, tell me I'm a pussy, because I'm complaining about a lottery ticket that I got touched by an older woman. I got touched by a pedophile, man! There needs to be something done about it. There really needs to be something done about it, and I think it starts at banning porn, and it needs to be done. Sorry, it needs to be done. It needs to be some sort of limitation on porn. You shouldn't be allowed to just get access to free porn in the palm of your hand. You really shouldn't be allowed to. Second thing, these older role models need to do better. Our role models to these young men, they need to be better. Because, let's be honest, these role models are promoting it. They promote pedophiles, man. They say, oh, it's you need to having sex with an older woman is seen as very masculine, seen as very manly. If you do it, you're a real man. Maybe your dick will get 13 inches bigger. You'll get a bunch of testosterone, big muscles, beard, and chest hair. Because for some reason they think that is okay. Because let's be honest, it's generational trauma. I'm gonna be honest with you, it's generational trauma that has been passed down from generation to generation to be seen as manly to have sex with older women. It's seen as a conquest for men to do, when it's not. It really isn't, man. I had a conversation with one of my Discord members, and it was disgusting. He told me he was like 12. He got raped by a 25-year-old woman, and when he was talking about it, he would tell me that whenever he would tell someone about it, he was always shunned. He was always told that he shouldn't be complaining about it. He shouldn't be feeling like he's a victim. He was told that he wasn't a victim because he was lucky. He was lucky for a 25-year-old woman to rape him. He was 12, man. 12! Like, this can't be serious, man. This cannot be serious, man. If we're going to have the same anger towards child molesters with women, there needs to be the same for men. These men need to be protected. They need to be sheltered. They need to have a support system for them. And it's non-existent. It is non-existent because the role models for men are fucking up and they're not doing their job. So something needs to be done. That's all I have to say. That's really all I have to say. You guys matter. To the young men out there, you matter. You matter. Stay strong. I love you. Like, I just want to know that someone out there cares for you. Okay? And don't be afraid to share your story. That's all I have to say. I'm out.